My worker complained about the lazy owner for 45 minutes, not knowing I was the owner he talked about. I inherited my uncle's auto repair shop 3 weeks ago and decided to work undercover for a month before announcing myself as the new owner. I wanted to see how the business actually ran when nobody was performing for the boss. So I showed up Monday morning in work boots and a stained jacket, told the manager I was the new mechanic hire, and got assigned to the oil change bay. Nobody questioned it. The shop had high turnover, and I looked like every other guy who'd worked there. I kept my head down, changed oil, rotated tires, and listened to how people talked when they thought no supervisors were around. On my 4th day, I sat down for lunch in the break room next to a mechanic named Kyle. He was maybe late 20s, covered in grease, eating a gas station sandwich. The moment I opened my lunch, he started talking. He complained about the owner for 45 straight minutes. According to Kyle, the owner never came to the shop, didn't care about the workers, and was probably embezzling money while everyone else barely scraped by. He said the owner took cash payments under the table and kept 2 sets of books. I kept my face neutral and let him talk. Kyle got more detailed. He said the owner showed up every Friday at exactly 6 p.m. after the shop closed and met with someone in the back office for about an hour. Always the same person, always the same time. Kyle had stayed late once to finish a transmission job and saw them through the office window, counting stacks of cash. That made me pause. My uncle had died suddenly of a heart attack. I'd inherited the business, but I'd never worked here, never even visited much. I didn't know anything about Friday meetings or cash counting. Kyle continued. He said the parts orders never matched what actually got installed on cars. The shop would order premium brake pads, charge customers for premium, but install cheap ones instead. The difference got pocketed. He knew because he'd been asked to install the cheap parts himself and told to mark them as premium on the invoices. I asked who told him to do that. Kyle lowered his voice. The manager, Derek. He said Derek ran everything, and the owner just collected money. Derek had been with the shop for 15 years and basically controlled the whole operation. Then Kyle said something that made my stomach drop. He said last month, a customer complained about brake failure 2 weeks after service. The customer's daughter was in the hospital. Derek had paid them off in cash to not report it, $5,000, and made the whole thing disappear. I sat there holding my sandwich, trying to process. If this was true, my uncle's business wasn't just shady, it was dangerous. People were getting hurt because of fraud I'd unknowingly inherited. Kyle wasn't finished. He pulled out his phone and showed me photos he'd secretly taken, pictures of invoices that didn't match parts, pictures of the back office on Fridays with cash spread across the desk, pictures of Derek talking to people Kyle said were local suppliers who provided the cheap knockoff parts. I asked why he hadn't reported this to anyone. Kyle laughed bitterly. He said he'd tried calling the owner's number 6 months ago, left 3 voicemails explaining everything, but never got a response. He figured the owner was in on it and didn't care. So Kyle just kept his head down and did what Derek told him because he needed the job, the owner's number. My uncle's phone had been disconnected after he died. Those voicemails probably got deleted with the account. Kyle had tried to expose this, and nobody had listened. I asked if Derek was here today. Kyle nodded toward the shop floor, said Derek was in the back office right now, probably getting ready for tomorrow's Friday meeting. That's when I stood up and told Kyle exactly who I was, and what I found in that office changed everything. The rest of the story is on my channel or linked below.